Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. The Adani Group chairman Gautam Adani has attended the ongoing Maha Kumbh Mela, the world's largest religious gathering, with his family in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj today. The visit included performing Aarti at the Triveni Sangam, where the Ganga, Yamuna and the mystical Saraswati rivers meet. Apart from seeking the blessings of Ma Ganga, he also offered prayers at the Lete Hue Hanumanji Mandir. Additionally, the 62-year-old billionaire was also seen at the ISKCON temple camp, where he performed seva before distributing meals to devotees. Remember, he had earlier joined forces with ISKCON to serve meals to pilgrims through the Mahaprasad Seva initiative, feeding up to 50 lakh attendees at the Mela till it ends on the 26th of February. The initiative involves 2 large kitchens located within and outside the Mela areas and meals distributed across the 40 locations to ensure devotees are well served. But that's not all. He's also lauded the Uttar Pradesh administration for their exemplary management of this massive religious gathering. The industrialist has further praised the tireless efforts of police personnel and sanitation workers, emphasizing their crucial role in the event's success. He's also recommended that management institutes and corporate houses study the event's organization as a model of efficient administration. Further highlighting Uttar Pradesh's potential, Adani reiterated his group's commitment to increasing investments in the state. Well, crores of devotees, of course, from all walks of life are thronging Prayagraj, and the presence of high-profile visitors is testament to the fact that India is undoubtedly a land of ancient wisdom. Joining us now live is Rajendra Nandan Das, National Director, ISKCON Communications India. Thank you very much for being with us, sir. How do you react to this very important visit by Gautam Adani to ISKCON in Prayagraj and also to the Maha Kumbh Mela?
हरे कृष्णा, आवाज सुनाई दे रही है?
जी बिल्कुल, बोलिए।
एक अडानी जी की बड़ी इच्छा थी कि इस्कॉन के सहयोग से कुछ अच्छा कार्य किया जाए, तो हमारे जो इस्कॉन जीवीसी चेयरमैन है गुरु प्रसाद स्वामी जी के साथ उनकी एक अच्छी मीटिंग हुई अहमदाबाद में, और उसके बाद ये निर्णय लिया गया। और निश्चित रूप से इस्कॉन का बहुत बड़ा कैंप लगा हुआ है तीर्थराज प्रयाग में, 4 एकड़ में कैंप है और हाईटेक किचन भी है, जहाँ करीब 70,000 लोगों को प्रसाद वितरित किया जा रहा है। तो अडानी जी के सहयोग से एक कार्यक्रम भंडारा चल रहा है कि प्रभुपाद जी इच्छा थी कि सबको प्रसाद खिलाया जाना चाहिए। तो इस्कॉन के जितने भी पूरी दुनिया में 1000 केंद्र हैं, हर केंद्र में से प्रसाद वितरण किया जाता है, इस्कॉन फूड फॉर लाइफ की तरफ से और इंडिया में इस्कॉन अन्नामृत की तरफ से। ये भंडारा अडानी जी के सहयोग से किया जा रहा है प्रयागराज से।
जी बिल्कुल, और ये बहुत पुण्य का काम है जो किया जा रहा है। कितने श्रद्धालु अब तक आ चुके हैं कैंप में और क्या उम्मीद की जा रही है आने वाले दिनों में कितने और आएंगे?
जितने भी आएंगे, क्योंकि हमारी जो तैयारी है, इस्कॉन का जो कैंप है 13 फरवरी तक रहेगा और उसमें जितने भी लोग आएंगे सबके लिए प्रसाद की व्यवस्था है, क्योंकि इस्कॉन का ये नियम है पूरे वर्ल्ड में कहीं भी, क्योंकि प्रभुपाद जी का आदेश है कि हमारे इस्कॉन के मंदिर में से 10 किलोमीटर दूर तक कोई भूखा नहीं रहना चाहिए, सबको प्रसाद मिलना चाहिए। इस्कॉन इस चीज़ कर रहा है, तो कैंप में यही व्यवस्था की गई है। चूँकि अडानी जी का सहयोग मिल गया है तो प्रसाद का पूरा व्यवस्था वो कर रहे हैं, हम कुकिंग और वितरण का काम हम देख रहे हैं। तो इस तरह से हम दोनों मिल करके, इस्कॉन और अडानी मिल करके ये प्रसाद वितरण किया जा रहा है और जितने लोग आएंगे सबको खिलाया जाएगा, कोई भूखा नहीं जाएगा, सबको प्रसाद। 3 बार हम प्रसाद बांट रहे हैं, सुबह, दोपहर और शाम।
जी बिल्कुल। अब हम बात करें वृजेंद्र नंदन दास जी कि ये जो आज विज़िट है इसमें गौतम अडानी ने आरती तो ज़रूर की, वो उनने खास पूजा भी की त्रिवेणी संगम पर और वो बड़े हनुमान जी मंदिर भी गए थे, मगर इस्कॉन कैंप भी आए, उन्होंने सेवा भी की इस्कॉन कैंप में। आज
जब हमारे भक्त जहाँ पे कुकिंग हो रही है तो किचन में वो गए और उस समय सब्जियाँ पकाई जा रही थी, तो उन्होंने सहयोग भी किया। हमारे जो स्टाफ वहाँ काम कर रहा है किचन में और उनकी वाइफ थी भी, तो पूरे टीम के साथ गए थे और पूरा किचन में भी गए, उस कुकिंग के समय सहयोग भी किया और उसके बाद आ करके प्रसाद वितरण अपने हाथों से किया जनता।
जी बिल्कुल। और ये जो महासमागम हो रहा है अनेक हस्तियों का प्रयागराज में, इस पर आप क्या कहेंगे?
आना ही चाहिए, है नहीं? कि तीर्थराज प्रयाग वो भूमि है जहाँ सारे देवी देवता भी आते हैं अदृश्य रूप में, आप समझेंगे ना? तो सबको तो आना चाहिए। और 5 फरवरी को हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी भी जाएंगे और हमारे राष्ट्रपति भी पहुंचने वाले हैं। सबको जाना चाहिए, सबको इस अवसर का लाभ उठाना चाहिए, क्योंकि 140 वर्ष के बाद जो है ऐसा अवसर आया हुआ है, तो इसका लाभ उठाना चाहिए।
जी बिल्कुल। और गौतम अडानी ने एक और बहुत ही दिलचस्प बात कही। उन्होंने कहा कि वहाँ प्रशासन की तरफ से बहुत ही अच्छा मैनेजमेंट हो रहा है। उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार को भी उन्होंने कहा कि बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं वहाँ। और ये जो प्रयागराज एक मॉडल है जो शायद जो विदेश में जो मैनेजमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं और बड़े बड़े विश्वविद्यालय हैं वहाँ शायद पढ़ाना चाहिए, जाना चाहिए कि किस तरह से इतनी भारी संख्या में लोग आते हैं एक शहर में, मगर फिर भी इतना अच्छा स्मूथली सबको चलता है। ये शायद एक स्टडी के लिए मॉडल है।
बिल्कुल मॉडल के, जहाँ करोड़ों की संख्या में लोग आते हैं। और सबसे आश्चर्य की बात यह है कि पूरे वर्ल्ड के हर हर क्षेत्र के लोग आते हैं। अब कोई भेदभाव नहीं, सब एक दूसरे को जानते पहचानते नहीं है, लेकिन सब साथ साथ डुबकी लगाते हैं। ये बड़ा अनुभव की बात होती है ना? सब वहाँ मिल करके बस एक ही है कि जाकर स्नान करना, जितने वहाँ पंडाल लगे हुए जाके कथा कीर्तन में भाग लेना। जैसे हमारे इस्कॉन में भी 4:30 बजे जो पहली आरती शुरू हो जाती है कैंप के अंदर, तो बड़ी अच्छी व्यवस्था रहती है। और 9 बजे तक कार्यक्रम चलता है, फिर उसके बाद प्रसाद वितरण होता है, फिर सब लोग अपनी सेवा में करते हैं। इस्कॉन के 2 बैल हैं जिनका नाम है राम बलराम, जो वृंदावन से प्रयागराज गए हैं गाड़ी खींच करके, जिसमें चेतन महाप्रभु विराजमान है। वो भी बड़े प्रसिद्ध हो गए हैं, है ना? क्योंकि प्रतिदिन 11 बजे वो निकलते हैं, भक्तों के साथ कीर्तन करते हुए निकलते, बड़ा अच्छा लगता है।
बिल्कुल, बहुत अच्छा लगता है। और विजेंद्र नंदन दास, आपको क्या घटनाएं के बारे में बताए जा रही हैं वहाँ से, क्या कुछ हो रहा है वहाँ? आपको क्या लोग जो वहाँ वर्तमान में उपस्थित हैं वो क्या बता रहे हैं मैनेजमेंट के बारे में? सब कैसे चल रहा है महाकुंभ मेला में? 1 हफ्ता बीत चुका है, अभी तो बहुत हफ्ते हैं, 26 फरवरी तक चलेगा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, 26 फरवरी तक चलेगा, लेकिन इस काम का जो कैंप है वो 13 फरवरी तक चलेगा। और ये भी आप जान लीजिए कि इतनी सुंदर व्यवस्था है, सबको प्रसाद वितरण मिल रहा है। वहाँ पे हमारा जो इस्कॉन का कैंप लगा हुआ है, वहाँ पे एक ऑडिटोरियम टाइप का सुंदर जगह बनाई जहाँ पे कल्चरल प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं। भगवान राम भगवान कृष्ण के ऊपर नृत्य नाटिकाएँ खेली जाती हैं, प्रवचन होता है। तो बड़ा अंदर सुंदर संगम, बहुत सुंदर संगम है ना? संस्कृति और संस्कार का संगम है, आप जान लीजिए वहाँ।
विजेंद्र जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस, शेयरिंग योर व्यू पॉइंट एंड ऑफ कोर्स द व्यू पॉइंट ऑफ ISKCON India. Let me also bring in now Dr. D.K. Hari, co-founder of Bharat Gyan. D.K. Hema Hari also joins us now, co-founder of Bharat Gyan. Also with us is Jaya Bharti, Hindu scholar. Pavan Sinha, astrologer, is also live with us on the broadcast. Pavan Sinha, let me quickly draw you in here first. What do you make of this very important visit by Gautam Adani as well to the Maha Kumbh Mela, and how his day has panned out? Pavan Sinha, can you hear me? Okay, I
Yes,
think we seem
yes,
to be
yes,
having
yes.
some trouble there with Pavan Sinha's connection, but let me...
Yes, yes. Now I can hear you. I can
Okay,
speak.
yes, Pavan Sinha. Did you hear my question, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, please go ahead.
So this Kumbh is very important because this is the repetition after 144 years, because now the Kumbh is completing 12 years, 12 cycles. So this Kumbh becomes very important, and it's such time so many dignitaries, celebrities, they are coming to the Kumbh, and Adani is one of them. Obviously, he's one of the well celebrated person of India, and he's coming there. He has asked to distribute 1 crore Gita Press Aarti books. So this is something very good. Then he participated in Mahaprasadam. This is again very very good. And one thing he spoke, which I liked very much, he said that nothing is better than the blessings of Ma Ganga. So this sentence of him uh, is uh, is unwrapping my heart and emotions like anything. So this is very good, and by his visit, I'm sure that so many other person will also go there and will bring the means the spirituality to the Kumbh.
Yes, absolutely. We certainly will hope for that. Jaya Bharti, let me quickly draw you in here as well. A big day, of course, for the Maha Kumbh Mela. Every day, of course, is a big day there. But we are seeing today Gautam Adani, industrialist, of course, perform puja there. But also, very importantly, offer seva as well, setting an example for many others who are coming to Prayagraj through the course of this Maha Kumbh.
Thank you for bringing me in here. But something very iconic has happened. I have seen, I remember, I'm bringing in something that we have been neglecting and ignoring for ages together. So, there has been a systematic approach in demonizing the Varnas in India when we talk about Brahmins. So, I remember seeing the Bollywood movies where any, evil would be done either. So, we show Brahmin who actually is an evil. And sometimes even the Vaishyas and the people who are from the business community, they were shown like ki kanjoos hai, makhi choos hai, and all that. So we remember people from the business community have been portrayed in a way that they only work for the profit maximization. Historically, if you see all the dharamshalas, all the langars and the bhandaras, all the various social institutions that were built at the pilgrimage were built by the business community. They, if you see, go to any pilgrimage, go to Vaishno Devi, go to any temple, go anywhere, he is actually executing that very tradition where people, so this is a place of doing dan. Why do we do dan? So when we earn a lot of money, when we gather the wealth, we become attached to it. And dan is a process that brings detachment to which you are attached. And dan is a process where it also helps other people who cannot afford, who are in poverty or jo abhav mein rehte hain. So this business community in India historically have the history of doing these dan and doing these good deeds in pilgrimage areas, in areas of religious importance. And I am very happy, and I congratulate even ISKCON, and I am very happy to see Mr. Adani doing it, because it is actually a revival of tradition of, not, I can't call it charity, but it is sharing what God has given you at a very important occasion. So you have the opportunity, you have the might to gather the wealth, and now you're sharing that wealth with people at such an important occasion is a revival of another tradition, and it's coming and coinciding with the tradition of Kumbh. And I find it remarkable, significant, and a very happy moment. And I think other people who are industrialists, other people who belong to, the wealthy community, they should come forward and, relive this whole tradition of dan and sharing your, whatever God has given you with the people who might need it more than you.
Okay, let me quickly bring in Dr. D.K. Hari as well in at this point. Dr. D.K. Hari, we are seeing, of course, a congregation of many people in Prayagraj, and they all seem to be having the same view that it's all being managed beautifully. Now that says a lot, considering how many people are actually there and how many more are going to be visiting that. What do you read into this big statement made by Gautam Adani today?
See, managing large crowds has been a tradition in Bharata civilization. It's everywhere. So it's these kumbhs, and then last week we had the Ganga Sagar in Bengal where lakhs of people came. Then you had the Sabrimala Ayyappa festival in South Kerala where you had again lakhs of people coming, or Pushkar in Rajasthan. The in the Pandharpur tradition where again lakhs of people go. So all over Bharat, you had a system where lakhs of people congregate for important festivals. Kurukshetra again for Snan. So everywhere. And the beauty is we have learned the knack of managing it. And also there's a sense of self-discipline in this managing that people through the ages have been managing it well, right from the days of Maharaja Harshavardhan and beyond for 1400, 1500 years. We've been having kumbhs and beyond. Obviously, it's there in the Puranic lore. But the good point is consistent good management across centers is been a trademark, a hallmark of Bharat. So we have been having good, extremely well managed organizations across the world. And because Bharat is a land of high civilization, and we're also a land of many, many congregations. And Kumbh being, and in Prayagraj, as the name itself says, Prayagraj, the king among Prayags, the congregations, the name itself. So we have been having this. So it's a thing that comes down to us very clearly of knowing how to manage ourselves well and manage the crowd, because we don't look after only us. There's no I, me, myself. We are as a community, samudaya, we look after each other. Look at the word that we use, samudaya, means all are equal and common. Sama, same in the English language, sama as we use. So we know how to look after our brethren, brothers, sisters well. So that has been an innate dharma, practice, tradition, thought in this land that we travel around. Yatra is part of our tradition, and looking after each other in yatra is also part of the tradition. And if you go by train in anywhere in Bharat, you see the common people, they're sitting in a coupe, 6 people sitting in one particular coupe. Within 5 minutes, they become good friends. They start talking about each other, their needs, their interests, their skills, and all that. So you'll see this. So when you travel by bus, so I'm talking about common, ordinary people all over Bharat, they come together. Today, railways is a way of bringing people together. Those days, Kumbh was a way of bringing people together. It continues to be. And congregation is where you exchange ideas, share notes, exchange skill thoughts about the different things that we do, about knowledge. Oh, yes, you discuss about Upanishad and all other Indian lore, but the idea is congregate, exchange ideas, and collectively benefit from it in a shared manner. So sharing is part of the Bharata civilization. This land has had the propensity to grow lots of food grains, different varieties of food grains, and we are a land of sharing. That's why we have the Annadata Sukhi Bhava concept. So we have an Annadata, and when we partake in a meal with all our friends and colleagues and all our brethren, sisters, everybody, we say Annadata Sukhi Bhava, meaning the person who gave us this food, let him be Sukhi. Here, does it mean just the cook? Does it mean the person who's serving? No, it means beyond that. The trader who brought in the food, the people who contributed for the food, the farmer who made the food, the earthworm which helped make the soil better, the the bullocks that plowed the field. So everybody, so we look at the food chain and thank everyone. We thank the security forces of the land who have secured our borders so the food grains can be produced by the people of husbandry, animal husbandry, so they cannot produce it and bring it to all of us. So it's the mother who is an Annadata, the wife who is an Annadata, the Maharaj who is cooking is Annadata, everybody. So we have a wonderful, it's a very comprehensive thanking we do. Annadata Sukhi Bhava in the food. And this land has had people. So when you say you have yatris and you have yatra and congregation, different parts of Bharat, everywhere everybody has to be fed. You have this famous saying, army moves on its stomach. Similarly, yatras and yatris also
Yes.
move on their stomach.
Absolutely.
So
DK Mari, quickly
Yes.
drawing you in here also into the conversation on
Sure.
this, spiritual awakening, spiritual renaissance that is happening, which is very reflective by the amount of people congregating there in Prayagraj, celebrities, industrialists, well-known names, ordinary Indians, people from abroad as well. What does it really say about our culture and also about the way it's all panning out there?
See, whether you are a poor peasant or a very rich businessman or even the king, everybody, as per Indian thought, is made up of 5 sheets, right from your physical Annamaya Kosha till your Anandamaya Kosha. And everybody has these 5 needs. And in fact, this is an Upanishadic idea which has been taken into management. You were talking about management. So it's been taken actually into management by Abraham Maslow as a theory of motivation and for fulfilling needs, how people have needs at every level. So at the final, I mean, at the topmost level, there is this need for self realization, for that bliss which only the Anandamaya Kosha can give. So whatever you are, you will come to Kumbh. And in days bygone, also the kings also used to come to Kumbh, and it was the norm for them to come and do dan. So the actually the donations made by Harshavardhan have been recorded. Raja Harshavardhan has been beautifully recorded by Yuan Sang, and he used to come to the Kumbh and donate everything that he had, and he would go back empty handed.
He'd go back only with the clothes he wears.
In fact, this kind of support, like our co-panelist Ms. Jaya said, it is not like a donation, it's not a charity, it is part of the system, which is why you have words like ashrama. So when it is the job of the working business class, the people who are generating wealth for the nation, to not just generate for themselves alone. They have to generate for everybody in different stages of life, be they the student, be they a person who has retired, or be they the sannyasis, the people who have renounced everything. So it is actually falling on the shoulder of the working class, whether he is a very big businessman or whether he is a common middle class person also. So each one has to support everybody else in the society to their level and to their means, and therefore it was never looked at as a dan or a charity, but it was their duty, it was their rina. So we have beautiful concepts like this which keep people bounded in their behavior, which is why when you go to Kumbh and you have so many crores of people also, you don't see bad behavior, you don't see some riot and anarchy, because people know there is a boundary, there is an etiquette in which you have to behave. So there are certain things which are done, which are not done. So these are points. See, you can't guard so many people with an external layer of a police or a security or army.
Alone.
This security or this fence comes from within, and that is the dharma. So that tells you your dharma is when you go to such congregations where you're seeking spiritual bliss, then these are the norms, the fence you draw for yourself. This is how you behave. This is the kind of food you eat. This is the kind of discussions you have. This is the way you behave with one another. So this ensures that there is.
Yes, and Pawan Sinha, perhaps now this is something that many across the world also can study. How this is being superbly managed by India. Perhaps this is also something that business schools can also study as a successful model.
Yeah, well, one
Indians are
thing I would
managing
like
it for
to say
themselves.
here,
Yes.
that it is not being managed by anybody. It is managed by the will of people, the emotions of people. They themselves are disciplined. Nobody is disciplining them. We have seen in the clippings that the presence of police is very less. Administration is there to help only. It is not playing the role of a negative organization, but a positive organization, because people themselves are showing reverence for the sadhus, sant, for Ma Ganga, and for other rituals. So it is this should be researched throughout the world, that what is the power of spirituality that India possesses, that where nearly 4 crores of people are going to come. They are maintaining such a good discipline. No clashes are there. Obviously, few may be there, but nothing very important has happened so far. And God willing, nothing would happen till this combines. So this is to be researched, that what is the pulling factor for such a big crowd. So must be researched, and if spirituality works positively, discipline automatically creeps in, and there is no discrimination between man and man. This is to be researched.
All right, my thanks to all of our guests for joining us. We've run completely out of time. Let's dip into a short break.
Thank you.